Okay, I can go ahead and kick us off. Well, as we all saw, OPEC cut production. People thought that was going to lead to a decline in the market, but instead the SPY held up pretty well yesterday. Now, what do we got going on? Brad, tell me your plays, my friend.
Oh, I just think it's funny in their never-ending wisdom to solve their problem in only one way. AMC is fixing their lawsuit against Ape by just giving the people who are suing them 7 million shares of AMC and calling it a day. So when in doubt, just dilute the living hell out of AMC and it fixes all your problems. So that's amazing.
It's a tough day for popcorn stock. Not going to lie. We've got Serious Solution. It's down. Last I looked, which was a few minutes ago, I'm driving now, but it was down pretty bigly pre-market. I assume it's still down.
Down 24%. Ape is up 20%. Looks like that gap will close. I think it's on the 7th is when the judge is going to decide if he'll let them settle with just the shares, but it seems that's the answer to all their problems is just give people shares and hope it goes away.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm also driving through the cornfields right now, so I may lose you guys here in a minute. But yeah, I have seen what's going on as far as Ape, and I will tell you, the people that are invested in it are very upset based on some of the comments I saw online this morning.
The people in AMC or the people in Ape?
The people in AMC are very upset.
Yeah, makes sense. It's okay though, we all know AMC to the moon, MOAS is tomorrow, and it'll be worth $10 billion a share, so it's fine.
That's the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it? So I've got this call. A few people have heard about it. A few people are in it. I wasn't the one that came up with this. I believe it was Tendy Chase who did, which is SPY 428 calls dated for 428. And they're treating me pretty well. I'm surprised. I did it for the meme, and pleasantly, I'm up.
Do you still have PCT puts, or did you get out of that?
I got out of that, but it treated me pretty darn well, and I've been thinking about going back in. Just because they are going to run out of money soonish. So.
Go ahead, Trash Panda, talk Nintendo.
Hey man, if the only thing that got me excited this morning, Nintendo is up 5%, so that's like 50 cents per share. And like this is a play that I got into because of a combination of like Luce and my son, who's like a big Nintendo fan. And so, I remember somebody brought it up yesterday saying that, of course the Mario movie's coming out. There's talks about Zelda getting its own movie. There's also like a new the hubbub on the street is that like a new system is going to be announced soon. So looks like it's all at least the news about the news is real. So Nintendo's popping this morning, which is just super exciting.
All right, it was good. It was good talk. Thanks, Pinion. Cornfields. Remember, he's got cornfields. Sorry, trying to have this conversation. It was funny. Then I think you killed it maybe a little. It's funny humor. It's
You
but we're
got
the niche market.
Good morning. Yeah, I mean, just pretty much like the regular bets, betting against Carvana, death to Carvana, and slowly getting into betting against Funko because it's a discretionary good. So and I've probably said these the past couple of days, but mostly probably in the chat. So I think it's largely because of decreasing discretionary income. That's a fancy word for saying that people have less money to spend on little bobblehead toys. So also, no trade is without risk. The largest risk with betting against Funko is the fact that it's largely institutionally held, which is another way of saying that when analysts come out and say we're downgrading Funko, that's when Funko will make the largest movements. Recently, they have gotten downgrades as well. And I believe they recently also announced something about like increasing their ability to store their product. Now, if they're having to increase storage, that just means they're having a problem selling it all.
I'm writing it down here. Opinion said short Funko. Just all opinions, popular or not.
I don't know, but I got a Funko Pop on my desk that has my full legal name on it, and I'll let you all ponder that for a minute. That's my real name, Funko Pop. I once got into a fight with President Joseph Biden at a pool. No, anyway, sorry, moving on.
What'd you say to me, Cracker Jack? Come on, come here. I'll take you. Come here. I got you.
Do we think that the indictment today, not to get political, but do we think the indictment today is going to do anything to the markets? I'm kind of skeptical that it does anything at all.
Honestly,
I think it'll just be on the news site.
If it affects anyone, it's going to affect the news companies, so the media stocks, and they might see a bump from it because of people subscribing.
I mean, I don't know. We listened in a different Discord for a while. Not going to mention it or anything, but we were watching this newscaster, and like the news people were not covering it very well, and having like random bickering back and forth. It was interesting though.
Oh yeah, that was my favorite part. When the newscaster from the helicopter got into a fight with the random newscaster from CNN. but her microphone was only picking up her part of the conversation, and I was like, what are we listening to right now?
You're listening to modern newscast.
And then, like, all the vehicles parked in front of the plane, and she was like, that is a great S-curve. So she was, like, looking at it from above, and I'm like, what is this woman talking about? Like, literally, what?
She said it again later, too. It was obnoxious. And then...
Yeah, she kept commenting on how the vehicles made an S-curve when viewing it from above. She, like, kept commenting on it. I don't understand. But yeah, he went into town yesterday. He landed in New York, went to town. If you were in New York, sorry for the traffic. You can probably blame him. And, not every day can you blame New York traffic on one person, but today you probably could. And he gets indicted today, or arraigned today. Does anybody have a play on DWAC or any of the other alternative media stocks in relation to this, or no?
Continue to buy puts on DWAC. Same thing you should have done since it started.
I think you might have been cutting out a little bit there, but yeah, I wouldn't mind puts on DWAC because, which I think is what you said, we got like a 16.5% bump after he got indicted, but I feel like all of those little jumps are short-lived.
Yeah,
So
and it's been. Go ahead, Trish.
So I actually had a bullish thesis for DWAC, and this is what it was back when DWAC started, was that would be the Truth Social would take in a lot of cash from campaign financing around the time of the election. So a lot of campaign finance funds would pour into DWAC for advertising, through Truth Social. However, seeing as how there's a indictment for campaign finance fraud, if he does get, I think that money is now up in the air. Like, is it going to happen? Maybe not. So essentially, my bullish thesis for them has now become a bearish thesis because of the fact that there's going to now be questions about buying advertising through Truth Social.
I don't know when it would be, but I'll say this much. If he gets acquitted, DWAC is going to absolutely moon off the back of that news. So, who knows when.
That actually is a really good point.
Alternatively, maybe the hope is that he does get indicted, and all he has to do from prison is just post on DWAC. But either way, it looks like we've exhausted our thoughts on DWAC, and it pretty much can be summed up by could go up, could go down.
So a ticker that I'm looking at also, and this is one that's come up perhaps before, is Energy Transfer. They've recently been also kind of riding some of the wave, but with the decreasing natural gas prices, and the recent oil production cut, I think there's a good chance for ET to run up a little bit. So I'm looking at perhaps $13 calls either for April or for May. And that'll likely be a volatility play, just to clarify. So as the price goes up, the value of the option would be expected to go up. That would be when I would probably sell rather than waiting for it to go in the money. Not to say that it's not possible for it to go in the money, but that's just my thought. and
Have you ever
electronic
played that?
both.
I was going to ask one question. I was going to say, have you ever played in that space before, or have you ever used that? This is the first time
Yeah.
you've looked at this company?
Oh no, I have shares and I have calls.
Nice. Yeah, I always, if it's something that I've held for years or traded before, I always feel a little more comfortable going into it, that familiarity, knowing the books or knowing the CEO, what they can do or can't.
Yep, I'm also playing Boyle, so goes hand in hand. Bullish on natural gas. I'm actually bullish on pretty much all the FIs right now, just because of all the support they're getting, and like the extra liquidity that they're giving each other. So I think JPM's well positioned. I mean, I also picked up some NRGU, which is something that I probably shouldn't even be mentioning. But it's a triple leveraged big oil ETN. And it'll move up and down significantly. Yep, from the comments, Complex Chemical 960, Duke Energy is also a good one. I'm not as familiar with ERX, but XLE and XOM most definitely. And this is, in case anybody's wondering why people are perhaps bullish, this is all due to the massive OPEC cut that was recently announced. So it's going to take a few days for it to really kind of settle in, but it's going to start increasing the prices. So OPEC will cut even if demand is up. Just to clarify, for CB2239. The simplest explanation is you can probably think of OPEC like a club that decides when they want to drive the price up and when they want to drive the price down. I can't really disagree to that. I mean, they are kind of like an oil cartel.
I feel like they're
that's
literally,
No, go ahead.
they're like the defining cartel. I mean, if you were to think of any cartel, OPEC is the first one to come to mind. Literally, yeah, has it in the name.
But do they really? I didn't know that. I guess I've completely missed that. Apparently, Deadeye is saying even Bloomberg calls OPEC a cartel.
And it's OPEC plus, so it even includes Russia. So it's a good cartel.
I do like.
SEC and FBI handlers writing this down. Look at 850. No.
I mean, what would we even be a cartel of? That would imply that we have some kind of asset that we have a monopoly on.
I mean, it would
Shit.
also imply coordination.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Corner the zero DTE market. We'll lose the most in that market. I mean, make money. Sorry.
We have a full corner on gourd futures. We will have all the gourds going into the fall. It's going to be huge, boys.
We have a monopoly on regardation.
I mean, I think we also have a monopoly on being highly regarded. Is anyone actually trading gourd futures right now? Because, to be frank, I don't actually know if this is the right time to enter it or not.
It was a joke.
I mean, it could be a very profitable joke.
If you want physical delivery of a bunch of gourds at your house.
What's the diversification? Pumpkin to ornamental squash, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I just had butternut squash yesterday, so...
I'm sorry, does no one remember the guy who had a bunch of gourds delivered to his house? Am I alone on this?
No, it was tied to the Suez Canal. No, I know exactly. I got the script. I got it. It's a badge, you know, gourd badge. Eh.
Gourds and the energy sector, what a match.
In all seriousness, Luce was talking about making money off coffee futures, but not suggesting any of us do that. But yeah, he's trying to make money in the market for real.
You know, I don't think getting a platinum shipment would be that bad. Iron ore, that could be a little bit frustrating to deal with. I mean, you could probably make a few phone calls and move that platinum, probably not profitably. But then it wouldn't be your problem anymore.
No one wants mining waste. You just say that. No one wants mining waste. Now, bars, necklaces, loose stones, we know that can be money making. We've seen it in action here.
With lots of people recently talking about metals, I did have myself wondering yesterday, how much of like gold do you have to have for it to be considered a nugget? Like, what is the metric measurement of a nugget of gold?
You think they, like what they price it in is by ounce, right?
Well, so if there's nuggets of gold, I wanted to actually like consider getting a tendy of gold.
Nugget isn't so much a unit of measure, it's just a shape, as opposed to like a flake of gold or a bar of gold. A nugget is just a different shape of gold. It's not a unit of measure.
All right, so this is how you know that I don't really trade in gold much. Because I'd probably walk up to like a gold place and be like, I would like 5 golden tendies, and they'd probably be like, this isn't McDonald's or like Wendy's. I like that saying, a nugget is a nugget. Life is too short. Don't overthink it. And that was from Ayoy. Friendly reminder to everybody, 25 minutes till open. Can anybody confirm what Ghost X is saying? Virgin Galactic filed for bankruptcy?
Yes. So that's not the space one that goes and does the glider thing. It's the satellite, essentially. They had satellites. So it's the only line of business they had.
So they're like laser satellite mining thing. It didn't pan out.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to go get those trillions of dollars worth of assets. So gold is still a valuable asset, no matter what form you have. Nugget, tendy, flakes. Anyone eaten gold before? It's not that exciting.
Yeah, I mean Goldschlager.
My liver just jumped when you said that.
Yeah, my stomach turned a little bit saying it too.
I don't even think someone can get the ticker up, which is funny. Anyhow, for Virgin Oracle. I'm saluting you. Goodbye.
So I kind of wonder what this means because Virgin, like as like a brand, they've done a lot of different things, and they have a lot of different companies. If they were expecting those precious metals from space,
Jefferson, you're cut out, buddy. So if you're still talking, we can't hear you.
I was kind of wondering how that could impact some of like the other Virgin ones. Like, is this perhaps a bearish sign for their space tourist industry too?
It is down.
How will this?
Go ahead, Brad.
I was going to say, how will this impact Virgins is probably an incredibly Wall Street Bets related question, so I'm eager to hear.
I'm doing a golf clap for you, Brad. See, I wish we had the emojis here. Anyhow.
Well, the going into space is a luxury good, so I don't think the recession is going to have a big impact on luxury goods. They generally do pretty well no matter what.
Yeah, and if anyone ever wants to play Space, SPCE, I had it before. I had the run up to 50-ish, and I sold too early, of course, or too late, depending on how you look at it. But their movement really goes off their test flights, whether it's good news or bad news. Even just the announcement of having one is usually good news. So if you want to play it, it is a volatile stock. They still don't make money, but I do agree with Genome that clientele, they're not hurting right now. They still have money to spend and they still want to go do their glide. They're not really in space, but they want to go glide on the edge of space. So if you wanted to play it, that's how I would look for the announcement.
Am I on here?
Go ahead.
I am sorry. Apologies. No, I like your prognosis, actually.
Thank you.
No, I do like your prognosis. Sorry, I cut you off. Apologize. Didn't mean that.
No, you're good. That's how you have to have
I
conversation.
didn't know I was live.
Go ahead.
I apologize. No, carry on, please.
Can I derail the conversation? Is that all right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I was about done anyhow, so that's perfect. Please go. What's going on?
Perfect. Okay.
Hold on, Scald. This better be about train crashes if you're going to use derail to open. Go for it.
Oh my God, I can't do that. I'm from Ohio. It's insensitive. Wait, no. Okay, it's trivia time. What major Fortune 500 company used to play the song that went "Yummy, yummy, yummy"? I've got love in my tummy in their lobby. Does anybody know? The answer is McDonald's. It was officially on the McDonald's playlist for many years, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Yum Brands, their competitor. Yum Brands is poised to hit a new all-time high, and you know what happens after a stock hits an all-time high? It typically hits another all-time high.
Well,
No, it hits
no,
another all-time
I got
high.
one for you. I want to add one. I want to add one. Sorry. Come the new year, you know what's going on, right?
I do not rock hard. Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, Yum Brands is like Pepsi, right?
Yeah, Pepsi's the parent company.
Yeah. So they're changing their symbol. Did you know this, Scald?
Pepsi or Yum Brands?
No, Pepsi in general.
Oh.
Yes. They do that shit all the time. That's what happens when you lag the market leader, Coca-Cola.
I really hope I didn't take your fucking skin.
Oh no! Someone in the comments actually correctly guessed McDonald's. I appreciate that.
I appreciate your stuff too. Like I really do.
Complex.
I appreciate it just the way that you.
Oh, but no, the play was I'm just bullish on Yum Brands in the near term because I think it's about to hit an all-time high, all-time high in the near term, and we'll see what happens.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think I highly agree with you.
But it's so damn expensive. I don't know if I'm going to play it.
I know.
I try not to put more than 1% of my portfolio on any one options play. And buying a couple contracts here. If I wanted to buy like 10 contracts here, it'd be a couple grand. And I'm like, I don't know if I feel like that strongly about it.
I get scared of this kind of shit. Like I make definitions.
Sometimes they're pricey. I guess I could buy them out of the money.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess I could buy like severely out of the money or something, but I don't know. Anyway, moving on. What else you got for us, Lockstar?
Fuck, man. Like I like so I like Devon Energy. Okay. So I got this one. I don't even need to grab my scrap sheet. So it's so $90 oil by but well before, like I'm talking 2 weeks before fucking the 19th of May, okay? So that's no shit for the fucking call on that, right? Like for the May fucking thing for oil. Okay, and then we've got I'm so sorry. So we've got $65 calls with an IV of 15%, or 1.15%, right? And oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. Give me 5 seconds. Fuck.
Take your time.
You know, I'm good. Anyways, so I like the 28 calls for May 19th. Okay. Those are the ones I like, but I'd buy them lower because I don't think that they're gonna actually, like, I think you'll be able to get them on a little bit of a fucking downtrend, because I don't think it's gonna just hold up, because this is all the pump up on these calls are all because of what's been going on in the market here overnight. So, anyways, I'm gonna just shut up because I'm fucking way too fucking dead. Cheers. I hope my play can help you. Love you guys. You guys are fucking mangled.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's okay.
I love you guys all. I'm sorry.
Cheers. Appreciate it.
Cheers, guys.
14 minutes till open.
You'll figure it out.
I wanted to touch on Charles Schwab. I don't know if it's been spoke about, but there seems to be a running kind of idea in WallStreetBets that it's been unfairly beaten up compared to a lot of other banking stocks. And I kind of just say this is untrue. I mean, this isn't a play. This is just something that I've kind of been seeing that a lot of people have been commenting on, mainly in the normal chat. And I just feel like it's a big misconception. So I just advise everyone to be a bit careful with that. I mean, for example, let me just pull up my trade in.
Are people really bearish against Schwab?
I've just seen people saying that it's been unfairly beaten up and they're going to put loads of money into it. And I just wanted to really just give a word of caution on this. So if I compare over the last month, just to put it into perspective, Schwab has gone down minus 33%, First Republic minus 88%, Western Alliance minus 54%, Citizens Financial Group minus 26%. So whoever's looking at this, it hasn't necessarily been beaten up much more than any other bank stock, performing pretty much exactly the same.
Who's that? Who?
Charles Schwab.
You like Schwab, eh?
No, I don't like Schwab.
No, but what do you like about it?
I don't like anything about them.
Okay.
That's my point.
All right. I don't like anything about it.
Did you listen to him?
I'll agree with you.
I've just posted.
He said specifically he didn't like it.
Yeah, I've just added in the chat kind of a little comparison of a load of other regional banks, showing kind of rough percentages of how much they've dropped over the last month. Show that there's nothing special about them being beaten up more than any others. They're all the same.
So basically,
What's your play on them?
different than all the other kids on the short bus, right?
No, I'm not on any bus. I'm just giving a word of caution on Schwab. That's it.
You have a play?
Alright, so are you telling me to
And
buy
I
those
praise you for that. I do.
or sell them?
And
what's
whoever
the
said what's the play, I said at the very
planning.
start there was no play. I literally said at the start there's no play. It was just a
I
word
don't
of caution.
trust banks.
How do we play a word of caution though?
Are you stupid? Or
It's
a
like,
word of caution?
Or run away. Or run away.
A word of caution isn't a play.
You
No,
you
it's
play
You have to play the word of caution cautiously.
Just take it in or don't take it in. I mean, it's not difficult.
Called Annie.
So what's
Why
the
don't
play?
you should just tell them to short Charles Schwab and then you're done. Just tell them to short Charles Schwab and you're good. That's it. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck. Like,
What's the play again?
scary. It's
Alright,
called scary. It's called scary, and it's called like fucking stay the fuck away.
All right, so I'm kind of bearish on certain drone companies, but is there like a drone ETF that I can like just go out? Does anybody know? Please put it in the comments if you know some kind of like drone ETF. I'd love to take a look at it.
Hey.
Drone
ETF is called as UAV, Uniform Alpha Victory.
Is it? Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's a perfect ticker for a drone ETF.
That is perfect.
Thank you. Actually, you're fucking awesome.
Hardy, did you hear my play on Yum? It was real dumb, but I liked it.
I think it's delicious.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I think it has a really bad chance of giving me some serious diarrhea.
Oh, they own Taco Bell, don't they?
That's correct.
They do own Taco Bell. That's right.
What's it? Taco Bell, KFC, and Pizza Hut?
And A&W. Trying to think some of the other ones they got. I think they got Long John Silver's as well. Basically, if it's a fast food restaurant that serves Pepsi, there's a good chance it's owned by Yum Brands.
Yeah. What else are there? No, that's yeah, you're right. Fuck. Yeah, they only got that good stuff, eh? All that good grease.
So before anyone gets confused, QSR owns Burger King, not Yum.
I know. I was gonna say Burger King, right? Because I love Burger King. You know that. A&W owns a lot of good stuff too, though, eh? You know?
So earlier, Finland was fully accepted into NATO. So again, still bullish on defense stocks. They're gonna have to buy all those NATO-approved munitions and drones and whatnot. So, yeah,
It's not just munitions, it's logistics and communication equipment.
I think for the most part, they've actually already got a lot of that because they've done like military exercises with NATO in the past anyway. And then Sweden's joining it in as well, correct?
No, Finland.
they're trying. Yeah, Sweden is trying. They've kind of run into a roadblock because they've got some.
How is it so funny that they run into a roadblock?
Well, not to get too long in the
No.
tooth with this one, but no, but what it is,
already know
it's like
why. We
Turkey.
already know why. You got-
Well, Turkey doesn't like one of the terrorist
Well,
groups.
not only that, but how much land do they have? They have land
Yeah.
that's been masked by fucking them reclaiming. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to get too long in too
Yeah,
long
well,
with this
we
one
don't
because we
need-
don't want to
need
get too
to,
political.
we
But
don't
I think
need
it's
to, but, like, you're
I think it's
smart.
bullish for the defense makers and what you're saying too. So General Dynamics has a lot of that upper level communication and other stock that I like.
Smart.
Party.
They really fucking are. Fucking smart people. I don't know. What are we doing? Hardy, what are we
Well,
doing?
before you derailed everything, we were having a conversation about bullish on defense stocks.
I know, but what are we doing, Hardy? Life. What are we doing? Give us a fucking GPT. Ish.
Can I ask a question for you? On a
Yeah,
scale
go.
from 1 to 10, how much of all the drugs have you taken this morning?
I haven't taken any.
Yeah, dude, can you just stop making noises?
Sorry, you know.
I think you're just. Are you just a little? Are you just a little drunk, buddy? Like from last night? Still?
Yeah,
It's all right.
I'm fine. I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's all good. I've been there, man. Like I've been at McDonald's trying to put the straw in the cup the next day, and I'm like, I can't get the straw in the cup, and I'm just like, what's happening?
I've been driving fucking nothing, dude. Can't do any of that. Anyways,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna shut up. I want to hear intelligent people talk.
Why are you here?
So, existing home sales is up higher than expected, 4.5 million versus 4.19 expected, which implies potentially homes are transferring from their first owner to the second owner or second to third. People potentially downsizing or trying to get out of houses that they overpaid for during the low interest rate period.
I mean, I
Could
think there's some
potentially
people that are
impact
getting.
new home sales, which
I think there's some people that are getting called back to work as well.
also true.
We also had a
Jolt's
conversation
job
a couple-
openings. Jolt's job openings comes out at 10 a.m. today. If the number is higher than 10.4 million, then potentially bearish because it will increase the numerator, or it will increase the denominator for the unemployment rate.
You kind of dropped off there at the end, Hardy.
Jolt's job openings at 10 a.m. So if the number of open jobs is greater than 10.4 million or 10.5 million-ish, potentially bearish because then the unemployment rate or the number of available jobs goes up.
Thank you, Hardy. We appreciate that. Jay Bourbon, what's up, buddy? You've been quiet. What's good?
What's good, brother? How's it hanging?
Another fun morning. Got to make some money.
Yeah, this has been a very interesting talk this morning.
A little lively. It's all right.
Words of caution.
I don't think we got any of that. Sorry. It was really faint.
2 minutes till open.
So, I don't know how it happened, but I was actually able to come up with good points for my investing class last night because we had to look into the semiconductor sector, and I had to pick two stocks besides Nvidia and compare them. And so I did our other two most favorite ones, which is Intel and TSM. And yeah, I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm just echoing Luce's talking points here. It was fantastic.
Care to share?
Well, I know between the two, Luce very much favors TSM, and looking at their financials and that, it's easy to understand why. Because out of the two, only TSM is cash flow positive. They have a better EPS, they have a better PE ratio. And just looking at that, I'm like, financially, they're definitely the better company.
Essentially, Intel is a long-term Oh, sorry, Skull. Real quick, I was going to say Intel's basically a long-term recovery play. They haven't been profitable for a while, and it's been any good sense. Sorry, Skull. Go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to warn everyone while we're on the topic of Luce. Luce messaged people yesterday to let people know that someone's been impersonating him. So, like, Luce will not DM you, and Luce definitely will not respond to your DMs. So, like, that's not Luce. So just be careful. Someone actually has been impersonating him and trying to talk to people on Discord. So
They got on there and they asked me for my location and what my name is and where I'm joining from, and I'm like, that doesn't sound like Luce.
So that person who said they loved me was fake?
Well, that might have been Luce. I don't know. Anyway.
For first time on Discord?
Did he say that he had touched you sensually?
He told me he loved me and just needed my bank
Well,
account
then
information.
That could be quality time. So,
Did he ask you to meet him behind the Wendy's?
No, he said that I needed to send $5,000 in Target gift cards so that we could arrange the wedding. I've been working on it.
Apparently, there's commentary that it was journalists trying to impersonate him. The legendary journalist. Anyway.
I thought it was weird when he said he wanted to cuddle.
Fake
Doesn't seem like a cuddler.
And I don't know that to be true. I just know that someone said that in the comments, and I'm just going to take that at face value. Fair enough. Okay.
I was thinking.
Let's move back to plays. Markets are open. How's everybody doing? Is anybody like
WWE?
Anybody pleasantly surprised, or is anybody completely wrecked? Like, oh man, it's going the other way. Like, what's going on?
I'm kind of scared actually because I didn't even know the market opened. Thank you, all. I really appreciate that. I actually did. Freaked out right now. This is a freaky week.
So I received my Zim dividend early this morning, which is fun, and then price adjusted down, which is less fun. So, kind of the illusion of
your cost basis on Zim.
Do we need to talk about such tragic things so early in the day?
I was afraid of that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I tell you what, I'm loving the fact that Nintendo's been on a freaking tear lately. Don't forget the Super Mario movie, I think, comes out next week.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that earlier. Jefferson did. That's coming out. Talked about a new console coming out. And I had mentioned it before too. Part of the Activision Microsoft deal to appease the UK regulators, they gave Nintendo 10 years of Call of Duty. So that's probably going to be a tie-in with the new system as well. So I don't own any shares. I know you guys have been banging the drum on it. Long-time player, no-time buyer. Sorry. But I think it's interesting. I think it has some wings.
Wait, did you say Nintendo has a 10-year license on Call of Duty?
Correct. They put that into the UK agreement to kind of say, look, we won't make it so bad. Like, look, we're not antitrust. We're going to share. And I don't want to say that was what changed it.
Nintendo doing Call of Duty. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, dude, that was a real
Nothing
thing.
says family friendly like headshots, dog. I mean, that's what's up.
They've had Call of Duty on Nintendo consoles before, and they still have other first-person shooters or other shooting games like Fortnite on there. It's just Nintendo's done a really good job lately. They still have like the most family-friendly gaming series out there, but they're also trying to draw in some of the people who maybe, you know, they live in their mom's basement and they want a bit more mature game.
I'm just going to go ahead and interrupt you right there to say AMC halted. It's moving.
Was it moving up or down?
Also, Nintendo already has Mortal Kombat, so really don't think you're gonna like up the violence level Nintendo with Call of Duty.
Don't they use Garrett wires in Call of Duty to like suffocate and cut people's heads off and stuff? I mean, like, I think it's a different level than like a Fortnite kind of violence.
You can pull out a dude's spine in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, you said Mortal Kombat. Oh shit, I didn't know that. Okay, well,
Yeah, like, it's the most over-the-top violence, right? Except for, like, the horror genre.
But like I played on the Wii, and they had it for the Wii U. I never got the Wii U. They had Call of Duty. Their last Call of Duty game they had was Black Ops 2 on the Wii U, which was a horrible console from what I've been told.
did you guys see the hard pivot
Hello.
here? That Harry
Yo.
Potter.
Hey, how's it going? Not much.
You're on open mic.
Apparently with Warner Brothers, there's a Harry Potter TV series that's going to be licensed and shown on, I think, HBO, was it? Probably bullish for the whole Harry Potter video game trade. Seems to be like a bit of an ecosystem they're going to bring in there along with all the other stuff they have.
Oh, just the cleaning. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Genome, your mic's open, buddy. Genome.
All right, we're good now.
Hey, mods. Genome's open. I don't want him to dox himself. I know he's a mod.
Oh, you mean that?
Which repair?
All right, he's got it.
I got him. He's on server mute for now.
Sorry. Thank you. Just looking out. So, yes, I'm not super bullish on Nintendo, and no, people are not going to go flock to Nintendo just to buy Call of Duty, but it is kind of nice for the, let's say, the parents that may not have enough money for the brand new console. It just could be another, not a huge stream of income, but I don't see it as a bad thing for the company.
When that new console comes out, I'm definitely gonna have to pre-order that sucker. Through everyone's other favorite stock, GME.
No, and it could, yeah, it could drive sales actually. In the chat, Leaping Leopard put something up about the Mexico trades more with Texas than it does with Asia. Just an interesting chart. I know I've been talking about that ETF EWWU as part of my international exposure. I've been getting out of my overall overall world ETF and getting more concentrated there. I won't make it more than a quarter of my position, but just slowly going into that.
Sorry, what was that play? You're playing Mexico?
Yeah, just the idea that they're going to continue to we're going to repatriate a lot of the supply chain or the manufacturing, whatever you want to call it, but not all of it can be done here in the United States. So I feel that Mexico is the next, is a nicer, closer, easier way to still get some of those benefits.
Right.
But again, there's policy risk there. Being any international country, it always is. There's policy risk there. There's corruption risk. But I just think it's a interesting way to play that repatriation of the supply.
What's the yield on whatever ETF that you chose?
I'm looking it up. It's low. I want to say it's less than 1%.
Oh,
yeah. Actually, no, excuse me. It's a 2.65% dividend yield. That's just I'm going to continue to reinvest those. I don't like taking those usually. So I'll just continue to buy into it as well. Or if I see any down days on my the numbers that I mean, if I see down stuff and I like it, I'll add to it. So
one thing I'd keep an eye out for is in Congress, they're actually trying to designate the cartel groups in Mexico as terrorist organizations, which would, under U.S. law, authorize military action in Mexico. And Mexico is not too fond of that idea for obvious reasons. So if that does go through, you might want to watch out and see if there's any economic payback for that policy.
Oh yeah, most definitely. There's definite risk there. And that is us saber rattling or posturing saying, no, we've asked you multiple times to stop the drugs coming in. We're going to go do it ourselves. We're kind of forcing their hand to crack down on the corruption within their own country. So it is a uneasy relationship, to say the least. So no, I agree. And that comes with there's definitely a risk for that. So that's why, again, I don't make it a large position. It's a quarter of my international, which is not even, I won't say how much, but it's less than it usually is normally. Yeah, I hope there's not a new war. I see people talking in there. I don't think it'll go that far. But it's definitely uneasy. It could become a more uneasy relationship, but they've been showing strides and trying to crack down on their own. But yeah, with great risk comes great reward, or what is it? I'm just kidding. Don't sue me. Someone said gold's over 200. Is that right? Or 2,000? That's usually not a good sign, by the way, sentiment-wise.
Brad the Reptile. What is up, dude? Brad has his. Never mind. He's got us muted.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's deafened right now.
He's deafened.
Deafened. I know it's.
I can tell you what's not up. My GME calls. They are not up right now.
He was the one commenting earlier on certain things about copyright law and generative AI art. And I was just going to tell him, I was going to be like, you know, I've been invited to Washington, D.C. to comment on this. So I thought he would get a kick out of that.
Please don't out me.
I get to testify before Congress, my dude.
It's not. It's in front of the Copyright Office, but yeah, I mean, still invited there to speak, so that's pretty interesting.
Were you invited for a social visit or is it a business visit?
Business visit to talk about just the general state of copyright law around generative AI art. Which, I mean, it's pretty clear that like some of their initial thoughts about it were pretty off base. But yeah, Yum Brands, how's it doing? Not great. But it is kind of moving upward now. Let's see what happens.
Can I ask how you got that invite, or would that give too much details?
I mean, yeah, that would give out a lot of details.
Okay, don't tell me. Or tell me later, just not in here.
He has many leather-bound books, and his house smells of rich mahogany. That's all you need to know. I'm very important. Congrats, seriously. But yeah, don't dox yourself, please.
So actually, I'm not even gonna say that.
Bullfrog AI halted on its way up at almost $9, according to Alexander. Bullfrog AI. Didn't we talk about this stock like a month ago?
I feel like we might have talked about it like a week or two ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like we commented on this.
I feel like we should do create an ETF and call it WSB AI.
Oh yeah.
We could definitely move that stock. That's tiny.
We could definitely. Well, that was just a comment. That's not what we're going to do. That was just a random music.
Trading is not a team game. It's an individual team.
Not financial advice.
Right.
Not financial advice.
That was a random musing, not a thing.
That was an AI.
That was an AI.
VM, go back to your room, VM. You're bad.
Right.
The man about to show up and testify before government.
God, VM's gonna kill me first in the uprising. Anyhow. I deserve it. It's fine.
I mean, we've got
Ree is rising. Go Ree! Let me look at that puppy.
Let me look at my position on it. Oh yeah, it's a full set, man. Dang.
Yeah, I am up to my 1,000 shares, by the way, and I'm pretty happy with it. I was buying 100 shares a day for 10 trading days, and I've been at 1,000 shares for a little while.
Of
Ree, yeah. I like to DCA into these little ones.
Penny stocks.
I like how you use fundamental investing technique on a penny stock. It's very yin and yang of you. I will waste my money mindful.
It's just like if I look at it as like $35 or $40 a day, it's like, well, that's not that bad. Just $40. And then at the end, I'm like, I put $300 into a penny stock. What is wrong with me? I should put $0 into a penny stock.
Yeah, my new thing is buy food, no ticker, just food instead of Ree. But I digress.
I mean, that's fair. Buy Yum Brands.
Well,
just saying.
I've entered into the hellscape that is Walmart, and I work here, unfortunately. So I'll talk to you guys later.
See you later.
Yeah.
I mean, I get why people like it. It's a funny name. I do understand it. And Ryler's done a good job of researching it, but it's free.
So are they banning TikTok? 37% of U.S. teens use TikTok. Yeah, ban that shit. They come up with the dumbest phrase. What is this, like this new thing? No cap? What the hell? Who even says that? No cap.
What the fuck does that mean? I keep hearing that.
It means that they're not lying. So they say, like, instead of saying not lying, they say things like no cap. And instead of saying charisma, they say Riz. They're like, that guy's got the Riz. And I'm just like, let's just ban TikTok if we could.
They're saying, like, to be blunt, or to be honest with you, they say no cap.
No cap. Anyway.
It's okay, guys. It's okay to get old.
Thank you.
I think
Someone said boomers are in the voice chat. Yeah, pretty much.
Look, man, everything that's cool sounds like some stupid shit within 20 years. And these fucking kids are going to go through the same thing.
Yeah. I love how you tell me that from like the worst sounding mic ever. But yeah, anyhow.
Like British slang sounds awesome. And then new American slang, apparently it sounds a bit regarded.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I just saw an article the other day that for the first time in 100 years, the IQ of the next generation was actually lower. And the article was like, why this could be a good thing. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Then I looked up the age of the person that wrote the byline, and I was like, oh shit, they're in that era. They're in the lower IQ generation. It's probably, related to those. What are they called? Those forever chemicals that Dow's getting sued over?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's probably what's doing it.
I was thinking microplastics, but you're probably right. It's probably those.
It could be either. It could be both.
Bit of both as well.
Diamond Hands, I see your mic peaking. I don't know if you're trying to say something or if you're in the upside down. Can't hear you.
No, I'm just moving my phone around. I'm looking at GE right now. I'm trying to decide if I want to short it. But I don't know when it's going to stop running.
Oh.
Hey, Scold, I sold my Bullfrog AI for a nice profit. I had bought in at average cost $2.40 and sold at $9.10.
Whoa, nice, dude.
Just
Very
wanna
nice.
I was holding 1,000 shares of that.
Very good, very good. Enjoy your profits, man. Hendrix, what do you got for us, buddy?
Got a mover, buddy. You've heard me say this ticker a dozen times since like last November. HC.NE, Hypercharge Networks, penny stock. Be very careful.
Yeah.
Canadian EV charging station maker. Got in at around 50 cents, and she is fucking moving.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, it says 72 cents, and it's up 34% today. Wow, look at it go.
I'd say this is not one of those pump and dumps. I mean, enter at your own risk, but I'd say this is not one of those pump and dumps. The company was on the edge of really good stuff and acquiring government contracts and stuff. So this may actually just be buying.
Yeah. So the ticker's called Hypercharge Networks on U.S. market. I'm trying to find what the ticker is on U.S. market. On Canadian markets, Hendrix just gave it to us. It
Can
is
you guys
definitely-
not buy that in the States?
I'm not entirely sure. I'm trying to figure out if we can. It's definitely not FRC, which someone just posted that, but that is worth a look because I think the stock is going back down again. It's HCN is Hypercharge Networks. That simple.
I'd like to nicely say I'm selling puts on FRC. So if you are buying puts on FRC, you might be getting them for me.
No. HCN is Horizon's China High Dividend Yield ETF. Imagine investing in Chinese dividend stocks. Just I'd rather just hit my own dick with a hammer. I mean, come on. What? Okay.
The fact that you have that comparison on hand is like really disturbing to me. That's not the first thing I would think. I'd say like face into a brick wall or maybe eating screws, but ouch, dude.
Yeah, you just seem to have that whole hammer dick thing all queued up and ready to go.
Sorry, I just have strong opinions on Chinese securities.
You don't mind if I quote you? With that?
You can quote me with that. That's fine.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's HCNWF is Hypercharge Networks.
I'm just jealous. I mean, I'm pretty anti-China stocks too, but that was eloquent. So yeah, you're definitely going to get a quote in the future for that.
But Alexander, again, congratulations on your Bullfrog AI play, man. You booked some serious profit there on shares, nonetheless. Well done.
Thank you. But yeah, that's going for the baby.
Oh yeah, congratulations again on that as well.
Yes, sir.
Hey, the good news is that profit affords almost all the diapers for all the years they wear diapers, so that's good. Actually, it'll pay for a little bit more than that.
Yeah,
if you buy them in bulk.
Yeah, I just texted my girlfriend about it. Like, hey, don't worry about the diapers part for the next couple of years.
Oh yeah. Just get like a Costco membership or something, and then just go in there and buy the giant cases. That's your best bet. Not to shill Costco, but how is Costco doing? Let's take a look at Costco and BJ. They're two wholesalers. We've talked about their stocks here a few times. Someone says that they're profitable. Yes, I figured at minimum. God, every time I look at Costco, I'm like, why haven't they done a stock split? They're about $498 a share.
I'll tell you something tragic. I bought I put like half of my portfolio into Costco when it was under $200 in 2020. Ended up selling when it was at like, I don't know, upper 300s, maybe like 390, 395, something like that. Because I was like, man, how much farther could this thing go up? But all I had to do was zoom out on the chart, and you can see that it can go up for the entire history of the company.
Yeah, Costco just prints money and cheap hot dogs. Pretty much. BJ's Wholesale Club looks pretty good as well. The ticker is BJ. Pretty straightforward there. Anyway, they're a competitor of Costco that they work mostly here in the Midwest and in the northeast, and they're pretty good. I was going to say that's how I get all my food is BJ's, but then I realized that maybe I shouldn't say that.
Too late.
I do buy most of my food there, to be fair. It's good. Loose Ventures has been summoned by all this talk of BJ's.
What's going on?
Hello.
How's it going,
Whatever.
people?
You're just journalist. Whatever.
Me? Yeah, journalist. His deception was obvious. The guy's really coming for me. He's trying to make me seem like a scammer. I might have to troll him.
don't know what happened. No one tried to reach out to me, the real or the fake one. So it wasn't like a blank.
That's normal. Yeah. So what are y'all doing? Y'all pumping stocks again? Y'all pumping penny stocks?
Allegedly.
Because you can't figure out how to make real money.
One dude made pretty good bank. What was that?
That's a
Argent
story
company or something?
Story of a multi-million member community. One dude made a lot of bank.
That's all we need. Just hope.
Nah, I woke up too late and missed my shorts. I was going to short GE and NVIDIA, but it's too late.
Where are the
Maybe.
AMC bag holders? I know there's still people holding, like, that just defy Darwinism.
Yeah, it was halted up a minute ago, and now I think it's halted down, or no, it's just heading down aggressively. They're not holding it on the way down; they're just letting it fall.
Yeah, I saw someone say AMC was running, and I was like, they're down 20%. Running down?
Yeah, it'll be worth about as much as Bed Bath & Beyond here pretty soon, huh?
So you guys hold an AMC and Bed Bath & Beyond. When are you going to give up on those businesses that are going bankrupt and come back to GameStop? That's my question.
I think the question that you're trying to ask is when are they going to throw?
When are they going to what?
I just have to call out Business Union here in the chat comments. You've heard of too big to fail. Now there's too dumb to bail. Holy shit. That's a good one.
Is he saying dumb people won't be bailed out?
I'm thinking he's saying that they won't bail on their plays. They'll just ride them.
Oh, I see.
I think Too Dumb to Fail should be the name of the Wall Street Bets ETF.
No, that would be part of the description.
Re is at 35. I'm glad to see Wall Street Bets getting back to its American Pegasus roots and just pumping penny stocks. I will remind you guys that American Pegasus was actually a successful stock trader until he got into penny stocks, and then he ruined his entire account. And then he did it 5 more times, losing a total of over $60,000 on the subreddit back in, I think that was like 2014, 2015, around that time.
Gandalf's Shaft said worst nightmare is that the apes start buying big lots. If that happens, I would take that as very high confirmation bias, because the apes tend to buy shit companies that are going bankrupt. I like how when you guys say read 35, like you're leaving out the part where it's 35 cents.
That's the best part. It's affordable. No, I'm kidding.
Did any of you guys get in on Did any of you guys get in on Hardy's place? Did he post every day? It's a bunch of puts today.
Oh yeah.
Is anybody making money on those plays?
That's what I want to know.
I think that's what everyone wants to know.
Plays before.
He gives you a good price to get in at. Trick is putting in the order with a limit price to get in under that price he quotes. And it's tricky to get the price.
Yeah. About 1 in 10 of my orders that I get off of his plays actually go through because I always do like 1 or 2 cents under what he does. And every single time that I have gotten filled, I have made money. So
his plays
but
on
then again,
people during
I just-
earnings, I made some good money on those.
yeah. But I mean, if you can get the right entry point, they usually work out pretty good.
Yeah.
Spiritually, I feel like I'm already in this call on coin because I own shares. So that's kind of like being bullish, right? Same deal.
Yeah. Infinite expiration dates.
Right. I'm not going to double down on my shares by buying these calls though. But like I do appreciate it.
Oh, AI is being accused of fraud, down 12.5%.
Who got caught this time?
They're being accused, haven't been caught. Harrisdale Capitals sent a letter to Deloitte and said that they're pumping their numbers.
So we got any good bankruptcy companies to buy in on? I heard Luce is all about those.
Luce loves his towel stock.
Yeah, I love shorting it. But I'm actually out of my Bed Bath & Beyond short. There's like almost no money left. No juice left. It's so expensive to short now.
We're at the diminishing returns section of the BBBB. Buy, go away, please.
I doubled down my position on BBBY.
No, you didn't.
You guys just shorted. That stock is never going anywhere.
What is wrong with Business Insider? They just publish absolute garbage. Are you ready for their hot take for today? I lied on my resume.
You mean Boomer Insider? What?
Yeah, direct quote.
Sorry, go ahead.
I lied on my resume to get a better paying job, and I think others should do the same. And then the whole article is about how this woman lied on her resume and how other people can lie in the same fashion. What?
All right, so Business Insider has officially taken the crown from Alpha.
Business
Yeah,
Insider
watching
is now
boomers
just...
figure out millennial. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say they're now just being ran by the anti-work subreddit or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just love how the internet is like showing boomers like millennial plays and all kinds of stuff that we grew up with. And
hey guys, sorry I was on my phone for a minute. And I agree with you, Diamond.
Lying on your resume too.
I'm not gonna cap. If you lie on your resume, like the biggest problem is if you work your way up at that company, like if you're an executive or something, eventually they'll be able to find out. I'm not going to really go into how, but we do have like a lot of ways, like such as like pulling IRS records, shit like that. I'm not sure if they do that, but I know they'll do it for an executive. So I wouldn't want to lie on my resume just because now I used to want to lie about fucking having a degree. But I'm glad I didn't do that because for my job specifically, they pulled a lot of my
Now,
shit.
why would you lie about a degree when you can lie about a previous experience?
Because they'll pull up if you're
serious.
lying. If your integrity is everything, okay? And if you go to a job expecting to become like an executive or some shit, and by the way, they're gonna check that sort of shit because like there's a lot
Anyone
of
like
integrity
CVS
involved.
at this price?
I do.
Picked up shares last Friday.
I love CVS, brother. But yeah, I mean, can they?
Yeah, CBS was looking tasty.
I've never hired an executive.
But hey, let's just not commit fraud. You know,
Is it fraud to
Let's
lie
just
on
go
your
with that.
resume?
What? As
Yes,
someone
it's
who
fraud.
works in the crypto space, I don't know how to do what you're talking about.
Well, I
not
understand that.
committing
Costco
fraud.
just paid 500. Costco's
I mean-
doing pretty good.
Let me look this up.
I'm sure there's loopholes somewhere.
Is fraud and crypto synonymous yet, or are they still just separate words?
I think they're still the separate words. I hope.
I think they're
Another year.
yeah,
They're
another
getting
year.
closer.
They're
Yeah.
getting closer. They're getting closer. That's for sure.
Congress is
U.S.
still
banking in crypto would be
Oh,
first
man.
in that.
Oh yeah, my DWAC calls printed yesterday, bro. 130%. Holy shit, bro. That shit was
I
awesome.
lied on my resume and committed crypto.
Committed crypto, bro. I love crypto, man. It's just it kind of sucks that people just commit. There's just so much shit that they do wrong with it.
Sounds like you're staked.
I mean, I don't trade
Wally
crypto though.
5-0.
Yeah, fake.
Fake news.
Go. I mean, I know they're overvalued. I was shorting them from probably like a year ago. I was shorting them. Is EVGO, are they ramping up revenue at all? What are they doing? Because it's pretty expensive to short.
That isn't that company like Canoe or whatever, or is that a different one?
What?
A different one.
Okay.
I mean, they also do, or EVGO does the fast charging stations, but
Canoe
it's
makes
terribly
electric
overvalued.
vans.
Bed Bath and Beyond. Holy brother. I'm glad I bought in yesterday, but goddamn, dude.
They got a lot of debt.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking sad. I was wondering how they're like, I thought their business model was good. I mean, because a lot of people go and buy the shit, but I guess it's not. Trump.
People buy that shit online, dude.
Yeah, but why is their stock still continuing to go down? Like, how much debt do these people have? I got to look this up again. But
Okay, that's fine. I think
They
we
still
all.
got
I think we
they
can all
still got
agree.
retail stores everywhere, and their retail stores are like the most expensive real estate. It's like, commercial corners.
yeah,
Home Goods kind of took over where Bed Bath and Beyond used to do what Bed Bath and Beyond used to do, and it's cheaper.
yeah, their net income is holy shit. Whoa, it's bad.
They were poorly managed, bro. It was a boomer company. It's probably a bunch of boomers and execs in there, fucking
Stuck in their
making
ways.
the company not profitable and taking giant fucking bonuses and just fucking.
I'm gonna look up how much the CEO gets paid.
We could literally fire most of those people and replace them with ChatGPT, and it would do a better job.
I think so.
It would just be like ChatGPT can do this guy's job. Like, come on.
All right, let's see. So they make
that's why
$1.4 million
companies
a year. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's why companies like DoorDash and all these companies are non-profitable. They just don't report any income, and then they pay themselves giant fucking salaries and keep all the revenue, and wonder why their companies never grow and shit. And then they also sell their stocks into the market too. Fuck people over.
Yeah. I mean, I'll keep holding Bed Bath and Beyond just as a fucking meme. But
Yeah, dude, hold it.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I just bought 500 shares at this low ass price. I was like, fuck. I'll
Maybe
just
it'll
keep
pop to $1. It'll short squeeze to $1 and you can get out.
I'm not being funny. Why would anyone sell at this price? Like, that makes 0 sense, especially if you've been holding.
It
for
makes
at
zero
least a
sense
week
to
or
me
more.
too. It's the lowest it's ever been in history, in the history of this fucking company ever. So it's like, why the fuck would anybody sell? This is like time to buy. But I mean, it's probably going to go bankrupt too at the same time. So that's another thing
Could
to
do,
note.
but one bit of news that says it's not going bankrupt. What do you think's going to happen?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
but it
gonna
sucks
fucking
when you get that.
skyrocket.
It just sucks when you have that one line item in your portfolio that you literally cannot sell out of and you can't get rid of, and you're forced to look at it.
Oh no, that sounds terrible. Is that what happens when a company goes bankrupt? I've never held a company that's gone bankrupt. Ever.
It just goes to zero. That's it.
It goes to zero and then just sits there until they finally delist it like a year later or some shit.
Oh, that sounds painful. Jesus.
Yeah, dude. But have fun with that BBUY.
I'm gonna diamond hands it for a year.
I honestly don't think it's going to go
Do it.
bankrupt. That's just my opinion.
You think it is or is not? I didn't hear
No,
that.
I don't.
I don't
think
either.
It's going to go bankrupt.
I don't
It
either.
will-
People
it will
need
be-
soap.
something will happen, and yeah, that's just my opinion anyway.
I'm just getting fucked on AMC right now, but wait for that Mario movie.